Welcome back to Paradise Gym, where we're making not only physical change, but spiritual change as well. The last video talked about getting back into bodybuilding type style of training. So I want to share some tips as I'm going through this, share with you my process and what I'm thinking and why I'm doing what I'm doing. For starters, what I like about bodybuilding type training is you're focused on not only the training itself, you got to focus on the diet somewhat as well. You got to focus on the amount of weight you're using. You're focusing on rep ranges. So it's a whole variety of different things that you're actually having to put into your training and into your lifestyle of training in order to get the results of bodybuilding. That's why I like it so much, because you're getting a little bit of everything in one. So that's why I love training this way. So for starters, I've talked about nutrition. One thing I want you to remember and think about, guys, you have to train and eat according to whatever your goals are. So if you want to look like an athlete, you got to train like one. If you want to look like an athlete, you got to eat like one. If you're into bodybuilding, you got to train like a bodybuilder. You got to eat like a bodybuilder. If you're into powerlifting, you got to train like a powerlifter, eat like a powerlifter does. So that's the first thing you got to do. You got to think about what your goals are before you even get started in your training and your nutrition, to have an understanding of what your goals are and which path you need to take in order to get those results. So, as I said in the previous video, had some joint issues and different things going on. So now I'm back into bodybuilding. My body's feeling a whole lot better. And so for starters, what I'm doing for these beginning weeks, and I'll see how long I do this for. I don't know. I don't have a time frame. But what I'm doing is, a lot of times it's easy to look in the mirror when you're training, or if you're got out of the shower or whatever the case may be, and you're looking in the mirror and you're starting to see the results that you're trying to get or what you're trying to work on or whatever the case may be. But a lot of times what we lack is what we're looking at in the mirror. It's easy, but what about what's behind us? You're not seeing that unless you're making a true effort to turn around and try to see yourself from the backside or whatever the case may be when it comes to that. So what I'm doing right now is this. My first day of training, whether it be Monday, there's no specific date. It's just making sure that every time I'm training, that this is what I'm doing. Okay, day one, let's just say today's day one. Day one, I'm training everything from bottom up, but everything that I could see in the mirror. So, except for calves and abs, which are the most stubborn body parts you have, because they work on everything that you do, whether you're walking or running or whatever it is you're doing. They're always working, so they're more stubborn and they're a little bit harder to train. So those I train every single session. Whatever day I'm working out, training calves and I'm training abs, okay? So I'm starting from the bottom up. So what I'm doing is I'm supersetting legs, because that's the biggest lagging body part for me, is my legs. So I'm training legs first, and I won't allow myself to train anything else if I don't train legs. So I'm not skipping legs. Legs have to come first. So if I decide not to train legs, then I'm not training. So and you got to be honest with yourself. Make goals for yourself and be honest, okay? Because you have to deal with the results. The results you get is what you truly are going to put into your training and your nutrition. Okay, that's up to you. But you got to be honest with yourself. All right. So for me, for starters, when it comes to legs, I do legs first. I'm doing leg extensions, and I'm supersetting that with some type of squat, whether it be body weight squat, it could be weighted squats, it could be front squats. So the goal is I'm hitting quads. Okay. Right after that superset, so a superset is doing a back-to-back exercise. So I'm going leg extensions, and then I'm going right into a squat, some type of squat variation, but mainly making sure I'm hitting the quads. And then right after that, for the rest period, I'm hitting calves. doing my standard calf raises, whether it be seated, it could be standing, it could be weights, no weights, whatever. But I'm hitting calves and then right back into the leg extensions and some type of squat variation. Okay, and I'm doing that for 4 sets. All right. For bodybuilding type styles, I'm going 20, 15, 12, and 10. That's just what I feel works most. Okay, and I'll talk about a little bit more about why I choose that range in a little bit. But okay, so doing that first, 4 sets, and then I move on to my chest training. Okay, now I do chest training. I'm doing either dumbbell or barbell, bench presses, and if you don't have weights, guys, you can always do push-ups. Okay, so don't think that I'm saying it has to be this. I'm saying you pick the exercises that you have that are available to you that you can do, and then do it that way. All right. So for me, I'm doing supersetting my chest with my shoulders, and so if I'm doing a barbell day, I may do some type of like side lateral raise. Make sure I'm hitting the side delt, or because I'm already hitting the front delt with the presses. All right. So I usually I'm trying to hit side laterals more, and then if it's a dumbbell day on my presses, I'm doing dumbbell presses. It could be flat, incline, whatever. Then I'll superset that with maybe a barbell overhead press or military press, which some people call them. Okay, and then I do 4 sets of that. So 4 sets superset. So the first one is the superset with just legs only. Then the next one is a superset with chest and shoulders. All right. Now, after I've done my 4 sets of that, then I move into the other front body part that I have is my biceps. So I do bicep curls. All right, and I do 4 sets of that as well. And I'm supersetting that. So the next thing is, as I'm hitting biceps, guys, I'm doing bicep curls. And then to keep more tension or more time under tension, I'll jump on the pull-up bar. And I just hold myself for as long as I can with the bent elbow type hold, and that's just to put more tension on the bicep for a long period of time. Okay, now that's day 1. Day 2, I start off with do some type of leg curls. Now because we're going to focus on the posterior chain or back muscle, so I'm going to hit hamstrings in some way. It could be, like I said, leg curls. It could be, you can go, so I'll go like, just to say, I did leg curls first, and then I'm going to superset that with some type of deadlift, like let's just say some Romanian deadlifts. All right. And I'm going to do that back to back. And then there again, I'm going to hit calves again. Okay. So 4 sets. All right. After I do my 4 sets of that, then I'm going to hit my back. Okay. Because again, so when it comes to back, I'm going to superset, but I'm going to hit some type of pulling exercise, whether it be, it could be pull-up bar, it could be some dumbbell rows, it could be barbell rows, okay? And then I'll superset that with the high pulley, grab a high pulley, and so you're going to do some face pulls off the pulley bar, superset that. So now you're hitting your lower lats, but also hitting some of your upper back muscles as well, because a lot of times that's what's lacking. Okay, and hitting the back shoulder muscles and those type of things. So it's going to help you to be more balanced, which is actually going to help you get stronger and have a full physique, good looking physique type body. All right, because the thing is, we're trying to make sure we're maintaining what we have already, but also to get new growth in those areas that we're lagging or things that we tend to lack on when it comes to our training. So if you do an anterior or front side training and then posterior or backside training, and do those on opposite days, so you're making sure you have a balance of your muscle groups, so that way you're not lagging in any type, and if you are lagging, hopefully bring those lagging body parts up. So that's the focus that I have right now. All right, now when it comes to the 4 sets, I'm saying 20, 15, 12, and 10. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Why that rep range? It's because it's the time under tension that we're looking for. Okay, that's what builds muscle. That's what's going to get you more muscles to start to grow and put on some more size. And so here's the thing. Let's just say I'm a person who does, I always do six, just say you do 6 reps, 8 reps. Now you pick the bar up, let's just say you're gonna do curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're done, and you've done the set in less than 15, 20 seconds, right? That's not much time under tension. What makes the muscles grow is the time under tension. So doing the 20, 15, 12, 10, what that's gonna do is it's gonna make you humble yourself to pick the right amount of weight to put the right amount of tension on the muscle without going so heavy that you're incorporating other muscles in order to help move that weight. So it's not about moving from point A to B, but it's the time that it takes to move that weight from point A to B, then back to A. So if you're doing the exercise and for time under tension, to actually get that muscle to have the full amount of tension that it needs in order to start to grow, you gotta say, look at everybody uses a stopwatch for their, how long they've trained for, all these different things, but use the stopwatch and really look at how long it takes you to do a set. So if it's taking you less than 30 seconds to do a set, it's not much time under tension. So to get the proper amount of time under tension, push to make the set last more than 30 seconds, if not 45 seconds or a minute. So let's just say you're a person who says, I can't do the 20, 15, 12, 10. That's way too light of a weight. Truly, it's not. If you pick the right amount of weight for 20 reps, now if you're picking a weight, and when I say your first set is 20, I mean it's a weight that you actually are going to struggle to get 20 reps with. It's not grabbing a weight that you can do 30 or 40 or 50 reps. Yeah, you're cheating yourself. The goal is pick the right weight for the desired amount of reps. So pick the right weight for 20 reps. Okay, if you can do more than 20 reps with it, okay, yeah, you can vary about 22, 23 reps. Okay, fine. But if you find that you can do 30 reps or 40 reps with it, you're not going heavy enough. Okay, and the same thing with when you're set to do 15, you're set to do 12, and you're set to do 10. Pick the right weight for the desired amount of reps. All right, that's true time under tension, and you're actually going to help to make that muscle grow because now your body's telling itself it has to do something because you're now breaking down that muscle. All right, so use a stopwatch for that realm. Okay, what is the time frame? I'm looking at it and I'm doing my sets in 15 seconds. And even if you just say you were a guy who says, I'm still going to do 6 to 8 reps. Okay, fine. Do 6 to 8 reps. But take the time to make that set still 30 seconds. So instead of just putting it down, take the time. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you can do that with the same amount of weight that you've been doing, and you can still do 6 to 8 reps for 30 seconds, then maybe you need to add more weight. Okay, but if you find that you can't, again, this is going to help it humbles me, and I'm hoping to make everybody understand that there's a difference between weight training and there's a difference between bodybuilding or muscle building, guys. There's a difference. If you're a person who has a lot of time and you're able to spend more time in the gym, I would say, yeah, if you can combine the two of them, do the two of them. So I would do my strength training type reps first, which is like 3 to 5 reps, that type of stuff. I'll do that stuff in the beginning while you're freshest, to allow you to put on the most amount of weight and get stronger. I'm always looking to get stronger as well. But then at the end of that, then do a bodybuilding type style of 3 to 4 sets of bodybuilding exercises or rep sets. Then do the 20, 15, 12, 10 at the end of that. That way you're getting the best of both worlds. All right. So I'll give you more tips as I continue with this. But this is a starter. Okay, this is just a starter to get you to thinking of what your goals are and what you want to do and how to train when it comes to bodybuilding or muscle gains. All right. So remember, you have to get good nutrition in. Okay, if you're a person who's dieting and think you're going to get bigger or stronger, that's not going to happen. Okay. Now, I'm not saying dieting to I'm not saying that you're going to go out and eat a whole bunch of junk food. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about, if you're a person who you're in a caloric deficit, meaning you're not eating enough, how can your body grow if you're not eating enough? So you got to make sure you are dialed in on some type of nutrition, or at least have somewhat of a little bit of a knowledge to understand, are you eating enough in order to make gains? All right, so you got to make sure you're doing that. But a little more on that as the weeks and days and things continue, as I make more videos. All right, but this is a starter. Start thinking about what your goals are, and remember, you got to start eating and training according to those goals. Okay, so my tip to you is trying to give knowledge and understanding. I think knowledge and understanding is the key to success, whether it's in your physical change or your spiritual change. All right. And when it comes to spiritual change, of course, knowledge and understanding from the Bible, of course, God didn't leave us empty-handed. All right. Pick the Bible up, guys, and take the time to read it, understand it, know it. Okay. It's very simple instructions, helping us to understand what we need in order to get those spiritual changes that we're looking for. All right. But when it comes to the physical change, guys, think about what your goals are. Start training and eating according to whatever those goals are. All right. And we'll talk a little more about that on another video. All right. So I hope this helped a little bit. And again, like I said, I'll continue posting more informational type stuff. That's why I don't often do a lot of how much weight I'm lifting and things like that, guys, because everybody's on a different path. Everybody has a different starting point. And one of the biggest mistakes is to trying to do what somebody else is doing in their training. Not meaning just the exercise itself, but trying to mimic the amount of weight that somebody else is using. All right, because that's a good way to hurt yourself. All right, so I would say if you're a beginner, start off. You don't even have an understanding of what you can do for 20 reps or 15 or 12 or 10. So you're going to have to start working on that first, and use a notepad, use some type of notebook, write down what you're doing and how you're doing and how it felt and what feels heavy and what feels good and those type of things. It's very, very helpful. I have books of notebooks. I have books and things that I've written down for years and years and years to help me remember and understand where I'm at when it comes to my training. And I suggest you do the same. And as you get stronger and you say, okay, well, this now feels light and I can do 20 reps with this. Now I'm doing 30 reps. Yeah, it's time to move up. And so, that's what those notebooks are good for. All right. So once again, guys, knowledge and understanding is key. This is my tip number one, knowledge and understanding. And I hope I'm giving you that. Okay. And again, I'll continue with these type of videos to help you get better, stronger, physically, spiritually. All right. And until next time, as always, guys, to God be the glory.